It is day 16. The channel has been revamped. It's going to be a little long form content. And again, why not? Nobody knows that I have a YouTube channel. So, YouTube shorts get, I think, 2 billion views a day. So I'm probably not going to be seen by anybody that I really know. But like we said in the previous video on day 15, the long form content is going to kind of be around what I know best, which is baseball. So if you are new here or just watching this, why does my opinion matter? It doesn't. But I spent 13 seasons playing professional baseball. I never made it to the big leagues, but I survived for 13 years as a catcher, played in 2 affiliate organizations with the Tigers and the Braves, and then played over a decade of independent baseball. So I've seen a lot of baseball, the good, the bad, and the ugly. When I retired from playing, I took a job with the San Francisco Giants, coached in their minor league system from 2020 to 2023. And I was all over. I started in the Dominican Republic, and then I worked in the Complex League. So I've seen it from the lower levels. And then most recently, I took a job in an MLB partner league with the Billings Mustangs. I love partner league baseball and independent baseball. It's where I spent most of my career. It's what I know. I think it's the purest form of baseball. It is zero politics. It is performance-based 100%. So what we're going to do in the transition of this channel is talk about baseball, talk about things that people don't want to talk about, because everybody in the game, for the most part, wants a job in a Major League Baseball organization and is frankly just scared to say what's really going on. That's all it is. And for me, like I said, I love the Pioneer League. I think it's the best league in the country when it comes to the partner leagues. Obviously, I'm biased, but partner league baseball, I have no desire to be in a major league organization at this point in my life. People are going to watch this and say, oh, you're just bitter because you don't work for the Giants or you don't work in a major league organization. No, I don't want. The only thing that would take me from the Billings Mustangs right now would be an impactful director position in a minor league system for a major league club, where going in, it would be like, hey, you're going to revamp the way we do things, the way we think, the way we treat players, all that stuff. You have total control. Turn our organization around. I would take that. Or if I got offered a job on a big league staff. Obviously, that I make no qualms about it. My dream is to coach one day in some capacity in the big leagues. I am completely happy with coaching partner league baseball. No, the money isn't fantastic, but it's good enough, and it's way more family conducive. Before we get into organizations, let's explain minor league coaching and what the issue is right now with developing players in the minor leagues. The issue with developing players in the minor leagues right now is there's many reasons. One of the main reasons is it doesn't pay very well. And listen, I work for the San Francisco Giants that paid one of the best salaries for minor league coaches. They take care of their coaches. I got no problem with the San Francisco Giants. They were great to me and my family. They paid very, very well for the job. But understand, in the environment that minor league baseball is in right now, like, and I think major league organizations, this is where they're missing the boat. It's a year-round job. It's a year-round job. Like, you are leaving your family, okay, in the beginning of February, because even minor league coaches have to report early because there's early camp for fillers for big league camp. So minor league coaches are usually going to spring training the second week of February, if not before. And then you're gone. Like, you're spring training, directly after spring training, you got about 2 days to get to your affiliate, and then you're rolling, and you're going all the way until September. So from February to September, if you're married, whatever, you're away from your family, you're away from your kids, you're sacrificing a ton of time. And then September comes around, and you don't get a ton of time off. You go home for maybe a week or two, and then you're back to instructs, and there's a week there. And then it seemed like, and this is all organizations from what I understand, it seemed like every 3 weeks, like, you were being called out to the spring training site for some kind of camp, you know. Even if you're on the offensive side, like if they're having a defensive camp, well, we can't let, you know, our guys go a week of just working on defense, God forbid. Like, we got to make sure they get swings in too. So we got to have hitting coaches there. Like, it's so wild that you're literally just on call. So the money, honestly, is not good enough. And again, the Giants paid well, but there's some organizations, listen, this is on their website, right? So I know the Baltimore Orioles are looking for hitting coaches, right? And it says throughout their organization, so AAA all the way down to the DR. And it said the salary for this job based on experience is between $44,000 and $55,000 a year. That is not gonna cut it. Like, that's not gonna cut it. Even if you get to the high end of that, $55,000 for somebody with experience, right? So take myself, for example, a guy who's played a significant amount of time, has a wealth of knowledge, who's worked in the industry for 20 years, and has dedicated his life to baseball, which means he's sacrificed a lot of family time. Like, that's not enough for the sacrifice that you have to make to be a coach and develop players. And then that's where the problem lies. So $55,000 to a 25-year-old JUCO coach or Division I, Division II, like assistant coach or hitting coach in Division I, like, okay, maybe that's interesting to them, but like, then you're going to sacrifice player development, because most of player development comes with how do you handle the game within the game. The skill training, yes, a 25-year-old can do that. Like, they can do a practice plan. They can do breakdown of mechanics. They can work with all departments and figure out deficiencies in body movement. Like, that doesn't take experience to be able to do. But what happens is a lot of these organizations are getting fooled by all that, and they're neglecting the fact that, dude, you need to be able to just talk to a dude that's going through it, right? Like, guy's been 0 for 8 with 8 punch outs, and he's swimming in his head. Like, I've been there. I can have a conversation about it. I can say, hey, like, this is what I was thinking. Hey, this is what you're doing. Hey, you're being over aggressive. Hey, you're swinging at, outside of the zone. What are you looking for? You got to walk them through a mental process more than like, oh, your mechanic. Like, you can have the best swing in the world, but if you have a crappy approach, I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like, if you have no approach, you have no mental game, you have no game plan when you go up to the plate, like, you can spend all the time in the world in the cage. It does not matter. It literally does not matter how good your swing feels if you have no plan. You're going to have a plan walking back to the dugout because you have no plan at the plate. That's just what it is. And that's what it is. So that's where a lot of organizations are really, really struggling, because they're hiring, I'm going to call it what it is, man. It's unqualified people. And I'm not this bitter guy that, like, is, oh, they're hiring all these guys. No, man, like, I don't even want a hitting coach job in a minor league or a major league organization at the minor league level. A, because it pays nothing. There's zero respect for time away from your family. So, like, I don't want that job. So, yeah, I mean, give it to these kids. But then don't turn around and wonder why your organization stinks. And also, your organization stinks because of this right here. And this is from personal experience. And if you're watching this and you're a San Francisco Giant guru, send this to Buster Posey. Okay? We have enough mutual contacts. He can get in touch with me. Here's the problem with player development, specifically with the San Francisco Giants. And this is most organizations. This is not solely the San Francisco Giants, but I've just lived it, so I can speak it. Is you have top prospects, and I don't understand why this thinking is so ass backwards to me. You have top prospects in the minor leagues. You treat them with white gloves. Nobody can mess with them. None of your coaches, the coaches that you hire that you should trust to develop your players, no coaches can mess with them. The hitting, it's got to be the pecking order. The hitting coordinator's got to know about it, and then the farm director's got to approve it, and then the hitting coordinator's the only one that can work with them, and then maybe the assistant hitting coordinator can work with them, but you can't touch them. And you treat these guys with like these baby gloves, and they can do whatever they want. They walk around like, the next coming. And what happens is these guys roll through the minor leagues because they're treated like untouchables. And then they get to the big leagues and they cannot translate. They cannot translate because once you get to the big leagues, you're nobody. Your prospect status goes away. You're just a rookie trying to keep his head above water. And if you look at the San Francisco Giants, especially with their top prospects overall, they really don't translate well in the big leagues. They struggle in the big leagues. Luciano, prime example. I mean, 170 strikeouts this year in AAA. Like, what are we doing? But when he was in the minor leagues, he walked around minor league camp like he was a big leaguer. Like, that's a problem. You should take your top prospects, and those guys should be pushed harder than anybody else. It's ass back.